your part of the world has surplus of available men, and this part of the world has a surplus of feminine women.
The Filipina P. Alright guys, you're looking at the thumbnail, you're looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Guys, we got a special video here today featuring my girlfriend, the Filipina P. Oh, you oughta know? Yeah. We made it official.
Hey, MTR. It's P. The Filipina P? Your girlfriend? What you talking about? We're boyfriend and girlfriend now. Or did you forget saying this?
You know, she's my girlfriend now, okay?
You really don't know much about Filipinas, do ya? If you say something like that in public, it's a done deal. Now, how would you like to proceed? I was thinking maybe summer there in the US and winters here in the Philippines, and I can't wait for you to see my family. And we haven't even talked about how many kids we want.
Now, she did a video not too long ago called Feminism versus Femininity. And I wanted to go through that. I think that it's very interesting going over this topic from an East perspective because we usually go over it from a Western perspective. All right. Without further ado, the Filipina P. It's my girlfriend. All right. You guys don't even understand. I'm going to go over there and get me some femininity, some home cooked meals. Take care of me. Take care of my belly. Okay. I work hard. All right. I work hard. Stop judging. All right. Stop judging. Hey. Hey, come on.
Hi, folks.
Hi.
The Filipina P here.
What up?
Well, I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail on this one, and maybe I shouldn't even open my mouth.
No, you're fine.
But hey, this is YouTube, a place to share views and opinions. I'm sure I'll hear from all the modern feminists and men who think they are somehow defending women's rights by attacking me. But we'll see. The important thing I need to make clear is that I'm not trying to bash Western women. I'm just stating my honest opinion on the situation as I see it. Not all Western women fit the category I'm about to describe, not even close to a majority of them. But there's enough of them in your Western cultures to cause an imbalance in your society.
Yes, they're
when
loud.
When it comes to the roles of men and women. Something's not right in your homeland anymore, and you feel it in your bones. Now, the textbook definition of feminism is advocating for women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes, which I agree with completely.
Me too.
And I think any sane person does. But this movement has somehow been corrupted and turned into a weapon used against men in the West. To me, modern feminism now appears to be sort of man-bashing and anti-masculinity thing and quest for superior, not equal status. Feminism was supposed to be about equal rights, but I thought your culture achieved that decades ago.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm behind the times, but what rights do men have in the West that women don't already enjoy?
Yeah.
So what's the goal of modern feminism and what has it gotten you? Falling marriage rates, now the lowest on record in the US, to the point where you can't even sustain your own population. Men choosing not to even interact with women at all for fear of losing their job because of a misunderstood comment or an accusation that they're being creepy. Well, men aren't fools, especially after surviving a costly divorce or two, and they realize that marriage to a Western woman, where the divorce courts are usually stacked against the men, just isn't a good deal for them anymore.
What's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I say don't be a fool at all. Okay? Don't be a fool at all. You know, I got a lot of questions regarding marriage and da-da-da, and I got a lot of detractors as well. Specifically, it seems to be on my Instagram. They all go in there and want to argue marriage and stuff like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, I think everything in life should be used as a particular tool. But when I look at that tool, which is traditional construct, right? It's a traditional certificate to get signed in front of God and the daddy government, all right, that locks two human beings together because humans be humans. We know how we are. So it locks us together, makes it difficult to split apart due to our human nature. But if the man more often than not gets the raw end of the deal, there's 50% that it happens to, 70% initiated by the woman, and then more often than not, the man gets the raw end of the deal when it comes to alimony, when it comes to child support. Well, then I'm going to take a look at that and say to myself, I don't know if that's the tool that I need to, if my goal is being as happy and as joyous within my life to the culmination or the conclusion of my life, I'm not sure. But I sincerely think that a lot of this imbalance that continues to be pushed today are these feminists that sit within this woe is me, we are oppressed, this is the patriarchy. And the craziest shit is that a lot of them are elected officials. A lot of them just rest within that. Like, don't you understand this is the most free society that exists today? Name me how you are oppressed here. Name me. And meanwhile, I'm going to name you 15 different ways how I think that the ideology that you believe in pushes masculinity to you, which men don't find attractive, which will lead you less married. Keep going, P. You were cooking.
What's the benefit?
What's
More
up?
than half of the marriages in the West end in divorce, and the man's usually left with no family, half his assets,
Swipe.
if he's lucky, and not even his own kids. So why are men flooding into Southeast Asia? Well, it's really a question of supply and demand. What do Western men want? Pretty, feminine women who find them desirable and less likely to leave them. What do Filipinos want? Loving, stable men, regardless of age, who will appreciate them and make them feel safe and loved. Well, your part of the world has surplus of available men, and this part of the world has a surplus of feminine women.
The Filipina P. You understand why she's my girlfriend now, right? Look at that. Look at that joyous look and smile upon her face. Look at it. You know what she just did right there? She just entered in logic. Did you just see that? Good job, Pete. So I had to take a quick break in order to make sure that you guys understand what it is that she just did. It sounds like a good equation to me. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, the difference is if you bring them back to the West, that's the issue. You'd have to be able to bring them back to the West and make sure that their eyes are never open when they walk out the front door. Because then they're hit with the Western culture, the Western civilization. They're looking at the advertisements. They're seeing the glitz. They're seeing the glamour. They're seeing the P got on a dress right now that probably costs $1.50. Okay? $1.50. Come over here. $1.50 dress. That don't even exist. You understand me? All right? You got to make sure to get them out the echo. They can't even have friends over here in the West. Girl, what? He's doing what for you? Girl. Really? Right? Things not going well in the marriage. Lawyer comes up. Did you know that you are entitled to this, that, third? Really? I'm entitled to all of that? Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, the chips are stacked up against us. All right, but she put in a logical equation there that you got to respect at the end of the day. Let's keep it moving.
We have a match, folks. So it's no surprise to see Western men relocating here or bringing a Filipina back to the West. But what exactly is more feminine about the Filipina compared to many of today's Western women?
Talk to me.
Well, a feminine woman has physical features and behaviors that men are biologically attracted to. Long hair, a slender figure, a pleasant, happy personality, a desire to keep herself properly groomed and pleasing to her mate, a culture that includes loyalty to your partner and family, and a sense of responsibility for their happiness. Those things are feminine, and all those things do exist here.
Can you ever imagine P talking about men ain't shit? I am the table. Never comes out her mouth. She just listed a whole bunch of shit. Guys, again, look down in the comment section. Look down in the comment section right now. You got dudes sitting in front of their monitors right now, just melted in their seat. What? They do that over there? All right. Here's the thing, though, guys. Don't go over there and get tricked. All right. Because there's shady people no matter where you go out in the world. Shady people. Shady people. Okay. Because here's the thing. I haven't been to the Philippines, but I've been to Thailand. There's a lot of opportunists that I saw over there in Thailand. Had a fantastic time. No disrespect to the Thai people, but depending upon where you go, I did go to the touristy place, so I saw much more of the opportunist. You know what I'm saying? So, but take that as it is. You go over to other places that have this degree and level of women with this more traditional thinking. It's gonna be opportunists as well. Don't be a sucker when you go over there. Okay, but get your passports, travel, see what else is outside of what you're generally used to. Let's keep going.
Now, some people might try to include submissiveness into the description of a feminine woman and say that Filipinas are somehow robots, slaves, or toys for Western men. Well, in my opinion, those people are just wrong. Sure, there are Filipinas that are too submissive, just like you'd find everywhere else in the world. But feminine does not mean submissive.
Okay.
I consider myself to be very feminine, but I'd only accept a partner who wanted an equal share of control in a relationship. See, I'm a feminist too, when feminism actually means equality.
Yeah.
So why are Western feminists less attractive to men?
Well, and let me also say it like this as well, is that I call it agreeable. I think that that's a safer way in the West to call submissive. I think agreeable is, like, people get that more. There's so much negative branding around the word submissive that you don't even utilize it. But here's the thing. I think that a woman can be agreeable to a man that they choose because they respect that man. They respect that man's choices. They respect that man's decisions, right? So within that, and most women that understand that, feminine women actually want to date up. So they want to date someone that they inevitably respect so that they can look at him as a leader because he's making fantastic decisions within that. And then she can just rest well within her femininity and what have you. All the things we go on multitude of times on the channel as well. So I think it's not to say that I'm going to overrule every single goddamn decision, but just like in any organization, if there needs to be an ultimate decider in the main things throughout our life, which part of the country should we be moving to, right? Like, we got conflict regarding schools for the child, okay? I need you to be smart as hell to help me through those decisions and then inspire the best decisions for the culmination of whatever that conflict is. Okay? Hopefully that describes it for a lot of you young ladies that just think being feminine is being a pushover and or stupid, which is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't mean to be harsh, but there's obviously a growing epidemic of obesity in the West.
Oh, she's going there.
It's becoming a problem here too, but hasn't nearly reached the same level.
Yeah.
On top of that, many Western women seem to prefer shorter hair, less feminine clothing, and visible tattoos covering large portions of their bodies.
Okay.
Add to that a more aggressive dominant attitude that's often hostile towards men in general. And what you have is a recipe for disaster. And if that wasn't enough, many of these women also have an inflated sense of entitlement and expect men to adore them no matter their size or attitude.
Talk to him.
Well, biology just doesn't work.
What's the accept me as I am. I'm in my truth. If you don't want me as I am right now, then you never deserve me. What? Dudes with options. We got options. We got options. We got the pull to look at you like you crazy and walk the other direction. Don't you get that, entitled lady? Okay? Or as the feminism, the conditioning just got completely into my... I wonder if she's going to talk about body count as well. Let's see if she goes there.
Like that. You can't demand that someone find you attractive.
It's like walking into a store and, there's someone trying to sell you a product and it's a shitty product. And they're just like, what are you talking about? Like, look at it. Like, it's creased and it's folded and the wrapper's all the way off of it and the package has already been opened and someone's dipped their finger 40 times into it. You get the analogy? 40 times into it and dominated the inside, the top of the spout, right? And just accepted how it is. How dare you? Okay? How dare you? Let's keep going.
And most men will simply never be attracted to a morbidly obese woman with a tattoo that says girl power across their neck. So what are Western men to do? Stay in his country with women who look and act more and more like men every day, who treat him like a disease instead of a desirable mate?
Ooh.
Try to find a woman that hasn't been infected with modern feminism yet?
Ooh.
Maybe give up on women altogether.
Oh.
Or he can look to a new country where women are still feminine, attractive, and only want to make him the center of their universe. The choice is yours.
Damn, son.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.
That's my girlfriend. Here's the thing, guys, is that who's the president of they have presidents in Philippines? Who's the chancellor? Like, what is it called in the Philippines? They need to give the Filipino P a raise. She's doing way more for their GDP than what the best marketer or the best advertiser could ever do. I wonder if that's considered like an export, like, if they consider like the export of traditional ladies, right? Like, yeah, listen, if I was in that government, I had so many good ideas on how to monetize the traditional women, that because it's you could think of it as like a product, like, to a degree. Like, dudes are searching for these things. They want, they need, they yearn these things. But if you get to the component and the part of society where dudes are just like, y'all see what's going on? I can't even be mad. I can't be a man anymore. And every time you turn on the TV, you're seeing man boys with hoop earrings and glitter adorning their chest, and like all of these things, and to watch women ride for that stuff, it's just like, wait a minute, like what space is there for me? Right? Like, it's just what space is it for me? And the things that I'm doing are considered toxic within that? Okay. Guys, listen, that's the rest of this particular video. Again, I'll leave a link to this down in the description box down below. You're not allowed to DM my girlfriend, okay? But shout out to the Filipino Pete. Fantastic content as per usual, okay? Questions, comments, concerns? God already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, you agree with me? Did you like the content? Leave me some comments so I can understand, all right? Last but not least, I got a Patreon. The energy is growing. The energy is building up there each and every day. If you guys are interested in being involved into a community, an inner circle of folks focused on increasing their values, whether it be their masculinity, their foundational understanding regarding wealth and wealth building, this is the perfect community for you. Link down below. I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube.